Hello and welcome to Catfish Trash Talk. This is episode 109. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle Winters Herzog.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. You just make me giggle the way you're like,
Thank you.
yeah,
We're
you're
here. We're
there.
here. We're back. Catfish is here.
I enjoyed this very much.
I'm glad that we came back for this episode.
Right. We didn't come back for some lame.
Right. We
Yeah.
decided that we had to come back and do episodes here and there.
And that's what we're doing.
Just a little bit here and a little bit there.
A little bit here, a little bit there.
I missed Catfish. We've been doing so much on our Patreon. We've been doing So Pumped, a Vanderpump Rules podcast, Macaroni Rascals, a Jersey Shore podcast, and my new favorite podcast, Recycled with Noelle and Michael. Noelle has a great podcast with Michael, and they're covering Real Housewives of New Jersey season 2 right now.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and it's available exclusively on Patreon right now.
So we've been so busy that we haven't really been catfishing.
But now I'm back to catfishing.
But now we're back to catfishing because this
Here
was
and there.
fun.
Here and there. Just when we can.
This was a good one. Yeah.
It was a very good one. Season 4, episode 18, Hundra and Emily. Am I saying that right? Hundra?
Hundra. Yeah.
Yeah. And Emily, this is one of your favorite episodes.
It's one of my favorite episodes just because it's also so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. This is the Machine Gun Kelly episode. Has he ever done another episode?
No, this is the only one he's done.
This is the solo Machine Gun Kelly episode.
I love Machine Gun Kelly. Obviously, I would like to date him in a way that Tracey does not want to, and that's fine.
I do not want to.
I know. See, this is why we'll never fight over a man. We have the most different tastes.
Yeah, did.
You'd rather date Neve.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't want to date Neve, but yes, he's way more my type.
Right.
Than... At our live podcast, we showed some clips from this episode, and I did call Machine Gun Kelly something not nice.
I don't remember what you called him.
I called him. They were like, "This is before you." I think you said something like, "Oh, this is before he was like really Machine Gun Kelly," and I was like, "Oh yeah, it was just he was Handgun Kelly."
Yes, this is back when he was Handgun Kelly, but also Machine Gun Kelly doesn't even like rap anymore. Now he like sings or whatever.
Oh,
like it's just he really doesn't. Yeah, he really doesn't rap anymore. This is when he was still in his like trash era, when he was very like a little more Kid Rock, I guess you could say.
Right, but he was also he's acting in Ari's
I know
movie, so it's like things aren't going very well for him.
No, he didn't really blow up yet. Right, he definitely wasn't with Megan Fox yet.
No. So let's jump into the pool with this episode. Guys, make sure you're going over to Patreon, patreon.com/trash talk podcast for our other Catfish episodes, because some of them are behind the paywall.
And you want to hear them because they're good. And we're there. We're there with you.
We also want you to check out our other podcasts that we just talked about.
So Pumped, Macaroni Rascals, Unexpected Trash Talk, Recycled,
90 Day Fiance, The Single Life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's fun. I'm enjoying that.
Now, also, we have 2 other podcasts. If you guys are only a fan of this Catfish podcast, you might not know that we have Teen Mom Trash Talk and 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, we have all the stuff.
Well, Neve is in Philly.
Right.
Machine Gun Kelly is there. They meet up there.
He's going to his room.
He stars in all of Ariel's movies. And we are going to meet Hundra. She's 21 from Philly. 9 months ago, she met Emily on Facebook. Emily's from New York City. And this is her first girlfriend because she has not been out. She's Haitian and she has not come out to her family. She's basically been in the closet.
Yeah, but not even really. Because right now she's saying she felt gay for a day.
Right.
Like in the beginning, she's not even saying that she's gay. She's just saying like, well, I'm just gay for a day. And then Machine Gun Kelly's like, I don't know if I buy that.
Yeah, that's not exactly how it works. So we get introduced to Machine Gun Kelly, who calls himself Kells.
I'm assuming his name is Kelly in real life. There's no way to know.
There's no way. We don't know.
What is it, Machine?
Maybe.
You know what? I've heard stupider.
Maybe his first name is Machine Gun.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. Tracey wanted me to get a gun tattoo, like
it was in your hip.
Yeah,
in your
like
holster.
This. I think about it all the time.
Well, I mean, that's when low-rise jeans were all the rage.
That's true.
So she said that she also does not know Machine Gun Kelly.
She has no idea who he is. She's not interested, but she's very nice at first.
Well, she said that she's had a lot of relationships with boys.
Right.
So she hit up this girl on Facebook. They exchanged numbers. Literally, she was just like going through Facebook and she found this girl's
And just
profile.
randomly found this girl. Right.
Right. So she had driven to New York City
But
to
as a
surprise her.
surprise, right.
To surprise her. And she's like, oh, I'm on vacation with my family. I can't meet up with you.
And it's like, oh, well, that just so happens. But then again, you didn't tell her ahead of time. So
Right. But also, you're on vacation with your family. Okay.
I know.
So also, Hundra had sent Emily money to fix her car
Red flag.
to a Brooklyn address. She said it was her cousin.
Right. And they're like, well, did they receive the money? She's like, I don't know.
Right.
Because she Western Union did.
Right. So now here's another thing. They don't ask her if she's ever talked to her on the phone.
No.
They don't ask her if she's ever video chatted with her.
They don't really ask like any background, like at all. Have you
They
ever
don't ask,
dated
like,
any woman ever?
right.
You know?
They're like, well, I think they did ask her if she's ever dated another woman, and she said no, this was the first one. But she also says, they don't ask her. You know how like they usually get into like, what do you love about this person?
Yes,
Or like,
yes.
or like they'll show like their text messages back and forth. Like they don't show anything.
No, and it's kind of like you don't even know this person. Right.
You don't even know this person. So they had exchanged phone numbers, and now they go to her house.
They go to
Hundra's
her house. Right.
And Machine Gun Kelly is like, this is the hood.
And he's like, if there is one thing I know is the hood when I see it.
Yes. So this girl has had 5 different phone numbers, we find out, and they're Philly area codes, and she's only seen 3 pictures of her, and also her Facebook is now deactivated.
But have you ever watched Catfish, where if you have 3 pictures, this isn't a real person?
Sure.
Also, they have this man, he's like 6'5" on the smallest stool I've ever seen in my whole life. He's like crouched over.
It's a regular stool.
Yeah, it was just very, very small accommodations.
I know that this is not an Airbnb because the table that they're sitting at is mauled by a lion.
Tracey, it looks like someone was trying to escape a bad place in there.
And was living inside of the table.
I'm like, what happened exactly? What did they do to this table?
I don't know. But Machine Gun Kelly said that it seems that when Hundra speaks to Emily, all of her common sense goes out the window.
You know what? I've heard that on this show before too.
All right. So they search the phone number. That's the first thing they do.
Right. Which is pretty standard.
Right. So they find Geraldine, 21, in Philly, and then they go right to her Facebook page. And they both say that she has more of a boyish look.
Right. Which that's not the way I would say it.
Okay. So, and she's kissing a girl named Melanie, and we look closer, and it is the girl from the pictures, Emily.
Okay, but Neve couldn't recognize that. Machine Gun Kelly's like, I think that's the girl. And he's like, who? What girl?
Oh, I know. It's also like this girl is tattooed, so it's like you can just match her tattoos up.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
Well, they're like, do you think these two are running a scam?
Right, sure, which makes sense because she did send money.
Right. So now they show Hundra what they found, and she cries and she throws a tantrum.
She has to go to the bathroom. She's crying.
Because, quote, I'm not attracted to girls that dress like men. Not because it's a different person.
Right.
Not because you've been lied to. Only because you're not attracted to girls that dress like men.
She has so many out-of-pocket comments that I hate. Yeah.
Noelle.
Yeah.
We're going to get there.
Yeah.
So they send a message to Melanie, and she calls Neve and Machine Gun Kelly back within moments.
Right. So like she's waiting for this.
Right. She can meet tomorrow. So they go to this cafe. She walks right in.
And she's like, hey.
Right. And she's like, oh, yeah, my ex-girlfriend is Geraldine. I was with her. I had a girlfriend that went away in the military, and then I broke up with her. I was with Geraldine, and then I couldn't get over my ex, so I left Geraldine for my ex, and we're back together.
Right. So basically, Geraldine is a spurn lover.
Right. She's like, she took it pretty good, and then she's like, wait, no, she didn't take it very good.
Yeah, she took it bad.
Wait, I don't know how she took it. I'm not really sure. I didn't tell her yet.
You should ask her.
Right. So Melanie calls Geraldine. Now, this is someone who didn't take the breakup well or did take the breakup well. We're not sure. And she just
also, she has the biggest tattoo on her arm. It says Annette. Who's Annette? That's what I would have been
Maybe
asking.
That's her.
Is that your military girlfriend?
Maybe.
That's wild.
She laughs when she's like, yeah, I'm here with this girl, Hundra, and Geraldine LOLs.
Right. Because This is shady. Also, Melanie has the dirtiest fingernails I've ever seen in my life. I could actually, like, I'm gagging thinking of it.
Maybe she's
A bad lesbian is what she is. That is a
oh,
walking yeast
that's an
infection.
infection. Yeah.
Yeah. Yuck. Mm.
Maybe she was just digging in the dirt. Maybe she was planting. Maybe she was gardening without gloves and her gloves got stolen.
What was she making? Dirt cake? What did kids used to make?
Mud pie.
Mud pie, dirt cake, mud pie. That's what it is. She's making mud
You don't
pies
like
for.
pie, so I understand why you
I
would say
don't,
that.
I'm not one for cooked fruit or mud.
I get it. I get it. Listen, a lot of people are not one for cooking anything, to be honest with
That's
you.
true.
This is very, very true. But you know what?
What?
It doesn't really matter if you can't cook or not.
No, it doesn't.
Because Factor's delicious, ready to eat meals make eating better every day easy. Whenever tomorrow takes you, you can be ready with pre-prepared, chef-created, and dietitian-approved meals delivered right to your door. You can have over 35 different options a week to choose from, including keto, calorie smart, vegan and veggie, and more. And there's even more to enjoy with over 55 nutrition-packed add-ons that help make your weekly meal planning even more delicious. What are you waiting for? Get started today and have a feel-good week of ready-to-go meals to go. They're 2-minute meals, Noelle.
Yeah. Do you know how many days I don't want to cook and I wish I just had something instant like that?
Well, you could fuel up fast
Amazing.
with Factor's restaurant quality meals that are ready to heat and eat wherever you are. Snacks, smoothies, and more.
I've heard
Uh,
the smoothies are
The
outrageous.
smoothies, what do you mean you heard? We know that the smoothies are outrageous. There are so many flavors and oh God, they're very good.
I like them because they're not too sweet.
Me too.
Mhm.
You can discover a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast, midday bites, and more. Now,
Mhm.
Factor is less expensive than takeout, and every meal is dietitian approved to be nutritious and delicious.
So much better than takeout.
It's pretty upscale.
I love it.
You can get as much or little as you need by choosing 6 to 18 meals per week. Plus, you can pause or reschedule your deliveries at any time. No prep, no mess meals. Factor meals are 100% ready to heat and eat. So there's no prepping, cooking, or cleanup.
Which is who wants to do dishes, Tracey?
Not me.
Mm-mm.
Head to factormeals.com/catfish50 and use code catfish50 to get 50% off. That's code catfish50 at factormeals.com/catfish50 to get 50% off. And as always, that'll be right down there in the description.
Right there.
Right there in the show notes. Sorry, I just got like so wrapped up in
No, I
cooking.
know. You get wrapped up in cooking.
I do. I like it. So she was out making mud pies.
She was out making mud pies, not to be confused with dirt cake.
So she laughs when she says Hundra, and then
Mm-hmm.
they immediately go to her house.
I mean, no buildup,
There's no buildup anywhere in this episode.
but there used to be so much buildup. Now
I
there's
have one
nothing.
page of notes all the way up to the meeting.
I know.
All right. So Machine Gun Kelly is wearing a dress.
Tracey, I've never seen a longer tank top in my full life.
Why
I've
did he
never
wear-
seen that.
The only thing that bothers me is that he doesn't know that he didn't have to wear pants. He could have been so much more comfortable.
He could have put a little belt on,
Mm-hmm.
made it a look.
Got a purse. And then we see Geraldine. And they're like, oh, you're not attracted to her? And she goes, she's a stud. So
She's so nasty. Like, how rude.
she's so rude.
She's so rude.
You're like, there's got to be something going on here.
Because it's just weird and uncomfortable. Like, who talks like that for no reason?
Mm-hmm. So her and Melanie, turns out, shared some hair dye.
But she didn't keep hers on long enough.
I mean, Melanie didn't either.
No, I know, but especially Geraldine.
I mean, they didn't use foils.
No foil. I think it looks like they use sun in, is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but Melanie's is so blotchy.
Melanie's is blotchy, but Geraldine has one specific
Yeah, but at least that's
area.
neat.
Yeah, well, that's true. It is neat.
Oh man, Melanie.
Yeah, Geraldine's like a lot more, I guess, put together in that aspect.
Right. So Geraldine's like, it was all a game to me.
Okay, Geraldine is speaking strange.
And
giggling.
of course. So she also has Melanie's name tattooed on the back of her neck because they were engaged.
But it looks new. Either that or it's crusty dusty.
Okay, I can't tell.
It looks new.
It's almost like, were you in the middle of getting it removed?
Right. Something is
That's what
happening to this.
something,
Or did you have a bad sunburn?
or is it
Yeah.
not real?
Or is it not real?
Something's happening there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So then Hundra
Mm-hmm.
says that Geraldine was just trying to convert a black a Haitian girl. She's like, yeah, she wanted it under her belt. She wanted it under her belt.
But then
She,
everybody's kind of like, where are you getting that
I
from?
know. And then she goes, and then I meet this.
Oh, it's just so net. Geraldine's like trying so hard here. Like, oh,
Right.
I had feelings for you
Yeah. She's like,
now.
I was trying to be spiteful and then I
Right.
fell in love with you.
It's like, where did you get she was trying to convert you? Convert you?
Right, but you just said that you were feeling gay, so you sought her out. So
Right.
when was the converting? You weren't just friends, and then she was like, "Hey, you know what would be fun? Scissors."
Right. It's
She didn't say anything.
a fun game.
Yeah, she. So how is she
Right.
trying to convert you?
Where
You
are you
sought her
getting
out.
this from? Right. You because you were feeling gay for a day.
Yeah, and then she's
Hmm.
like, "What about the money? Where's my money?" And she's like, "I never picked up the money." And she's like, "Yeah,
I
well
just
then."
wanted to see if you would do it.
Yeah, she's like, "Well, how'd you know I did it?" And she's like, "I took your word for it." And then she
Wow.
said,
Hmm.
"I have to be very careful about what I say here."
Okay.
He said, I was looking for a lipstick lesbian and I got a.
Yes. And Machine Gun Kelly says is like, that's ignorant.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
I mean, it's it's so beyond rude. And it's
Right.
like
I mean, what else? What other slur would you like to?
it's but that's what I mean. You just keep coming out with it.
Oh, man. So
Yeah.
Geraldine calls them and wants to meet with them alone. She's in an
Hmm.
Airbnb. There's nothing around.
Honey, if she was in an Airbnb, that paint job inside the house wouldn't look like that.
You don't think so? You think that
There
she
was
lives in a house?
missing patches.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. But there was like nothing in that
I think they
house.
cleared everything out because I think everything was
Oh,
like crack rocks and they just cleared everything out. Sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. I'm very
why?
sorry. I
That's
don't
not
know.
crack rocks. That's just very funny.
Well, I don't know.
Everything was crack rocks. That's what she decorates with crack rocks instead of
A little crack
crystals.
here, a little crack.
Yeah. She's like, I sleep with this crack rock on my pillow to bring me luck
Uh,
and
uh,
love. So she said that she doesn't know Hundra. They've only
mhm.
met 4 weeks ago, and it's all a lie. She said, "quote I don't know Hundra, and I don't like her at all."
Yeah, I don't blame her. All she does is insult
Yeah,
you.
but she's also not explaining what did happen. She's just telling them what didn't happen.
Right. That's true too. And they're
They're
like,
not good
so,
communicators.
right.
So she said that Melanie and her did it for Hundra, and she's upset that she got made to look like basically a predator.
Yeah, absolutely. She's right.
And Machine Gun Kelly
Hmm.
is like, I could be with my daughter on Father's Day.
I mean, why aren't you with your
I mean,
daughter? You decided to pick Catfish
right? It doesn't
instead.
matter what happens in the episode.
Right. That has nothing to do with not being
They're not
with
going
your
to not show
daughter.
the episode.
Right. Right. You could have just been with your
Should have probably
daughter.
been with your daughter anyway.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
That's neither here nor there.
Nor there.
Just saying. So then Machine Gun Kelly calls them POSs.
He's mad.
He's big mad.
He's big mad.
Geraldine was like,
She feels like a snitch.
she's like, I was doing this for Melanie. I was doing this for Melanie. And it's like, well, you ratted on Melanie. So like you did not do a great, like you folded in a minute.
Well, I think honestly, I think she would have been fine if Hundra didn't start insulting her and bringing up
Yeah,
the money and everything. Like Hundra really was kind of like
I know.
being really mean to her. So I don't
But
blame her. She's like, you know what? I'm going to snitch you out now.
wow, Neve said that that Neve wants a quote straight story. He said it. I did not.
No, I know. And I
All
can't
right.
help but giggle.
So Melanie and Hundra come, and
Right.
Melanie yells at Geraldine.
Melanie's still full in character.
She is not breaking.
No, she's in
She's
character.
like,
She was like, you think it's
this is
funny?
She's like, you know what I think is funny? You need a color correction immediately.
You need your roots done or a shadow root or something.
No, she needs a color correction.
Yeah,
This
you
is
need
not good.
Well, it's not it was not lifted long enough. That's the
But it's
problem.
also the blotchiest thing I've ever seen in my
She
life.
did this herself.
She might have let maybe one of her pets do it.
Yeah, she let her iguana do it.
I mean, that would be more understandable. It's actually a pretty good dye job for an iguana,
That's true. I didn't
right?
even
If
know their hands moved that long.
they're pretty
Or are they paws? I don't know what they're called on an iguana.
hands.
Right? I think that they're more hand-like instead of
Yeah, iguana
paw-like.
hands.
Yeah,
They're not paws. They're not furry.
iguana hands.
It's like jazz hands.
Hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
we find out that Hundra wanted a coming out story, and she said, "quote I wanted the world to know I was gay." And Neve says, "Why does the
Hmm.
world have to know you're gay?"
Why? Why do they have to know? Just come out to your friends and your family.
And he's like, "You're talking negatively about gays." He's
Right.
like, "You're using derogatory terms towards gays."
Like you're coming out saying terrible things, and she's like, "Well, I can because I'm gay." No, you can't.
Right, but what's the point of this? So now your boyfriend.
He gets very mad. I first of all, I'll never understand this man's fashion in this episode.
What's your man? So do you have his quotes?
Let's see. Oh, because I do. Oh, you are a sucker. You're corny. You are corny. Um, Machine Gun Kelly goes to find Hundra, and Melanie says that she's friends with her. And I'm
Okay,
like,
so this is what he
yeah,
says.
yeah,
He
no, I
goes,
have it.
"You're not a hero, you're a shameful citizen."
Right. And okay, so then he says, "You're a coward, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I had to do to get here?" Now, me personally, I understand why he's flipping out. And this isn't because I like him. I don't think he was being like, I don't think he was trying to bang on her car door. Like, a lot of people online were like, "Oh my God, he was so angry." And it's like, yeah, he feels like his time was wasted.
Yeah, I get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Also,
Mhm.
Melanie has on true low-rise jeans.
Okay. So I'm looking at her low rise jeans. I'm looking at her tank top. I'm like, very nice body.
Yeah.
Looks very good in these low rise jeans.
Yeah.
But it's impossible to find jeans like this
You
now.
can't find them. Even
You
low-rise jeans
cannot
are
find
never
them.
that low. But
What?
Hundra, on the other hand, has one of her nipples got caught in her zipper. Her jeans are so high rise.
Okay. The scene before this, too, when she
Yeah.
had ripped jeans, she had the highest rise jeans
They're
I've
the
ever seen,
highest rise
too.
jeans. So I
Yep.
was like, oh, I guess that was the thing. And then we see Melanie with the low rise, and I'm like, oh no, she was
I
ahead of her
think I
time.
think low rise was what was in then.
I think so
Yeah.
too.
Because this is
So
2015.
Hundra texts that she's at the hotel, and Neve
Right.
goes to her Chevy Impala.
Right. She doesn't want to see Machine Gun Kelly, only Neve.
Yeah, because he yelled at her.
Right.
And she said that she's not going to apologize.
Well, so that's the thing. So if she would have come, maybe correct, been
Right.
like a little better about it. No, she was still nasty about it. And Eve's like, I don't really know what you want to get out of this.
Well, she explained what she wanted. She wanted her coming out to be something, quote, rememberable for her.
Well, it's rememberable for me.
And Neve's like, yeah, now everyone's going to remember that you lied. And she goes, not necessarily.
Okay, I'm going to remember because let me tell you, last night I was scouring the internet trying to find anything about these women.
Yeah.
Couldn't because everybody's in hiding. The amount of people who drag her through the
Good.
mud because of this episode, I
Good.
would never be on social media ever again either.
Good. She
Yep.
can't.
Yep.
So she's yelling at Neve, and Neve's like, no, this is not how this works. And she goes,
No.
everybody's different. She has an answer for everything.
But I truly don't understand what she thought she would get out of this. Like,
I don't
did she
know.
think she would look good?
I think so. So he shakes her hand and he's like, you should tell your family before this airs.
Yep. And he's like, good luck.
Right. 2 months later,
Mm-hmm.
Machine Gun Kelly's on tour. They Skype in with
Yep.
Geraldine and Melanie, and Hundra vanished.
Right. And they learned their lesson, basically.
They said that she did this for publicity, and then they apologize.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they feel stupid, but I do think that they knew a little more than they're letting on.
That's what I'm saying. There's so more to the story. How did she meet Melanie?
That's what I want to know. Right.
How did Geraldine meet Melanie? She's been talking to her for 4 weeks. What have they been talking about?
I think
Why did Melanie want to, quote unquote, help her? Was she a
that's
brand
what
new
I
friend?
want to know. Right. Why did she want to
What was
help
the real
her?
plan?
Because she probably sold them a dream. Like, oh, you're gonna get fame from being on Catfish.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
well. Hundra.
The meanest person ever.
Yeah, she's really, really not nice. Why did I write down girls on dates?
So she's been going on dates with girls with
Oh.
her friends.
Oh, okay. That's why I wrote, did she
Yes.
come out girls on dates? Because they were like, oh, did you come out? And she's like, I've been going on dates with my friends. And it's like, what? I
Right.
didn't
So she's
understand anything she was saying though.
so they were like, "Did you come out?" And she's like, "Well, I've been taking girls on dates out with my friends." Basically, like,
Oh,
I
like
guess,
inviting them out, like
yeah,
doing group
like let's all go to Dave
things.
and Buster's or whatever. But she
Right.
never says that she came out.
Right. She doesn't answer the question.
Right. No, she
Yes.
doesn't.
Now, then she
Mhm.
says to Machine Gun Kelly, because he's annoyed, you're still a
Mhm.
rapper who got to be on a TV show because of what I came up with.
Oh, because of whatever I came up with, you want an apology for wasting your time? I don't feel bad because I feel as though I'm a person and I got you attention. That's what she says.
Why is she so
That's
mean?
crazy.
So Neve is like, hey, you disrespected the entire gay community. Bye.
And Machine Gun Kelly's like, no comment.
Hmm.
Why is she so mean?
This girl's got to be one of the meanest people on Catfish.
I'm trying to think, who did we come across that was so mean? And also, she's the one that contacted Catfish this time, and that makes sense.
Of course, she contacted Catfish. She
Right.
made up a story. Who would contact them?
And so I after last night, I was online for like an hour looking for these girls. The only thing I was able to find was Geraldine. She had an old Twitter connected to an Instagram, deleted Instagram. Then another Twitter, deleted and deleted Instagram. You cannot find them. I searched Catfish. I
Interesting.
searched everyone.
Right.
I cannot find these girls.
Okay.
No updates,
How do we
nothing.
get
Yeah.
a Catfish series? Maybe it's 10 parts
Uh-huh.
and it's Where Are They Now?
I wish.
Yeah.
I mean, I get Hundra definitely
From the
needs a
show,
different
though.
name.
Not,
Yeah.
yeah, but like from the actual show.
Well, like I would love for Neve to tell us where everybody is. Not every single episode, though.
Listen, you're not going to get every single episode, but it's like,
Right.
give us what you find.
I would love to know where they are right now and how
Mhm.
this played out. Did they ever get back together? Did anybody
Did
ever hear
anyone
from
ever stay
Hundra
together?
again? Right.
Have we ever seen a real couple from this?
No.
I don't think
We've
so.
seen real couples, but we haven't seen anybody stay together except that one couple, Derek.
No, but I don't think they're together
No, they're
anymore.
not together
Yeah,
anymore. They're the
that's what
only
I'm
ones who
saying.
were together a little bit.
Right.
That was it.
Well,
I
this was a
enjoyed this
really,
very much.
yeah, this was fun. I liked it. A little bit of twisting and turning.
A little bit of twisting and turning, a little twist and shout. Next week, the not next week, the next
Next
episode,
episode.
Todrick Hall is the
Oh,
guest
all right.
host.
So
Yeah.
let's see. Maybe we'll cover that as well. Now,
Yeah.
also, if you guys are listening to this on audio, just know that we are over there on YouTube at Trash Talk Podcast on YouTube. So you can actually watch us and see how pretty or not pretty you think we are.
You don't have to tell us either way.
You don't have to tell us, but definitely leave us some comments. Like this, share this, subscribe to our
Mhm.
YouTube, subscribe to us on audio, leave us a 5-star rating and an amazing review on whatever platform you listen to us on. Also, make sure that you're following the show Catfish Trash Talk on Instagram and follow Noelle at Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. You could follow me at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TraceyCarnazzo.com for all of my upcoming show dates. I have a ton of dates coming up, so make
Mhm.
sure that you go to TraceyCarnazzo.com. I'm at Trixie Tuzini. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all the stuff. Now, also TikTok, we have Trash Talk Podcasts on TikTok.
Yes, and basically everything I put on social media is also on there too. If you
Yeah.
like something, share it,
Share
comment it,
comment,
like it. Yeah.
all
Tell a
it.
friend.
And make sure you join our Patreon at patreon.com/Trash
Mhm.
Talk Podcast. We will see you next week.
Okay.
No, probably not. Maybe
Well,
soon.
we'll see you.
We'll see you soon.
Okay.
90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, Teen Mom Trash Talk. Do it. Bye.
Bye.